Hello, everyone. Welcome to LOCKBEARD Phenomena number 120, December Solstice 2023. We're not quite to the solstice yet. It's December 16th, 2023. Um, Shortest day of the year for us in the northern hemisphere, so it's our winter solstice. And then the southern hemisphere, it's the summer solstice for them, longest day of the year. Um, of course, because of that, and that being something that was observed by peoples for many thousands of years and celebrated, um, that's how Christmas ended up landing kind of where it did, is because Jesus, if Jesus was ever born, he was not born on December 25th. It's not said anywhere in the Bible. In fact, the indications in the Bible are that he would have been born in the spring. So, but the church was all the time trying to co-opt uh, the holidays of the religions of the people that they were trying to convert in order to ease them into Christianity. So that's how that happened. Christmas shouldn't really be where it's at, but that's the way it is. So so anyway, it's really a pagan holiday, is what this really is. Yule, solstice, all that good stuff. Seeing Uncle Bones was the first one here. Welcome to the live stream, Uncle Bones. Danny's here. Star Wars action figure for Christmas. Uncle Bones says, how Danny. Icon says, Icon's here. Welcome. Uh, wherever he says, Halito, Achaeos, wherever you may be. Yep, I'm here. StreamYard decided to work, so luckily I didn't have to try to do something else. StreamYard's, despite its problems, is what works best for me. I turned off the dark mode uh, thing. It's StreamYard doesn't have a dark mode, so use this other program to turn any website into dark mode. Apparently, I think that's what was messing up the intros for the last two live streams, because I turned it off before trying to do this today, and the intro seemed to work normally again. So that sucks, because I don't like using the light mode on any website. But Bat Mom's here. Welcome. Uh, One Woman Pit Crew is the link there. It's Uncle Bones is posting for Icon. Angel's here. Welcome. What's going on with this? Greetings from South Carolina. Raptors here. Welcome. Says hello, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing good and Merry Christmas early. Fujian. Yeah. Says Bat Mom. Icon says, aren't we supposed to be naked to celebrate the solstice? I think you can do that if you like, but it's going to be cold. You're going to be kind of cold. Fists like bullets. S2. Welcome to the chat. Batman says, anyone know of a good face exfoliating scrub I can make that actually works? I don't know anything about exfoliating scrubs. Batman says, icon and dance around the fire too. Yeah. Lots of stuff around the fire. Batman says our fire won't start though. Plus, I'm staying clothed. Icon says, no, dude, Jesus was born at the end of the fig or olive harvest, so a couple of months before Christmas. Where was that written at? My understanding is that it was lambing season, but it could be what you're saying. I don't know. Aaron says, "Where's your number one fanboy, the Dogman UK?" I don't know. I think he finally got bored and wandered off. I really don't know what his purpose was here, what he thought he was accomplishing, but he certainly made a lot of comments below certain videos, and as I told him, I said, look, you're just helping the channel. You haven't hurt anything, so you're alerting people that I exist, so I've gotten a few more subscribers out of that and some more views. So Dogman UK, keep doing what you're doing. You're just nothing but a string of insults and cursing, but whatever. Welcome to the chat, Aaron. Yeah, it's cold out. Aaron says, was Jesus Joseph born at all? Well, I guess it depends on what you believe. I imagine the thing is there's an issue with contemporaries that, was there any contemporaries of Jesus that wrote about Jesus? And apparently there were none. The stories of Jesus apparently were passed down decades before they were written down. Supposedly, that's what we're told. There is a hypothesis out there that what really happened was that the Roman aristocrats were having trouble with the Jews. The Jews were hard to control. And so, but they knew that they had a prophecy that a savior was supposed to come, a Messiah was supposed to come one day. So the hypothesis is that the story of his was made up by the Roman aristocrats to convince them that their Messiah was born many years ago, and they all just kind of missed it, I guess. I don't know. That he was born many years ago, and then he came and look at what he told, according to the story, Jesus told people to turn the other cheek. So when the Roman soldier smacks your ass, you're supposed to just take it. And then also given to Caesar what is Caesar's. So basically, Jesus told these people to pay their freaking taxes. Interesting hypothesis. Just as likely to be true as any other belief about the whole thing. Is so. Batman says, Aaron, I think he's at your mommy's house. What? Icon says, is anyone born at all, or do we just materialize? I'm pretty sure we're all born. Sleeping Beauty's here. Welcome. Aaron says, really? The Batmom? That would be in heaven. Not. Danny says, P.T. Barnum said there's no such thing as bad publicity. Yep. Raptor says, Lockbeard, it's not too bad if UK is busting on you because the last couple of weeks you got more people on here. Yeah. So It seems like somebody said what he made a part 3 attacking me. Dude, I haven't even seen the part 2. I saw the part 1. Nothing at all valuable there. Just nothing but a string of insults and cussing. And dude's 100% troll. I mean, keep trolling, I guess, but I just don't see any point in watching. If the other videos are the same stuff as the first one, there's really no point in watching his crap. So I haven't watched it. Batmom says, Aaron, he's with your real mommy. Sorry you're finding out this way. What? Icon says, trouble with the Jews. Who would have thunk it? Oh, shit. Aaron says, oh, Batmom, you're one of those people. Good luck with that. Batmom says, Aaron, I'm only messing with you. Aaron, most likely. Whoops. Don't click on here. There we go. All right. Pop up Raptors comment here. Raptor says, come on, you kids. Play nice or I'm going to break out the broom. You gonna whack somebody with a broom? So, let me see here. Speaking of fires, got some images of some ceremonies and prayers, Solstice, Yule, Wiccans, Druids, and such for the most part. Let's see what's another one here. Danny says, I saw on the news they said Seattle was the most dangerous city on earth to live in. Earth, oh my God, have they been to Palestine lately? Well, you know, some people don't realize there's a whole world out there of insanity. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to live in Seattle, that's for sure, but I sure as hell don't want to be in no Palestine or Israel for that matter. All that stuff is largely we are to blame for a lot of that. I mean, the people there have their own blame, but we have been funding this and funding this and funding this. Israel's like our biggest where the most foreign aid goes to from us. At least it used to be. I'm sure it still is. We give them a tremendous amount of money so they can sit there and continue to just be because Israel wasn't there. Israel didn't exist until, World War II was over. And because they wanted to, there's probably, we could speculate a lot of reasons why they did that, because there's a lot of people that want to believe in the prophecy that Israel would come back, that it would exist once again. And so what the elites did was they made it happen, but if you're told there's a prophecy, look, you got rich, powerful people that use your beliefs to control you and manipulate things in the world. And that's all that happened there. Israel didn't come back because it was fulfilling the prophecy. It came back because somebody wanted to make it look like the prophecy was fulfilled in order to control um, the people here as well as people elsewhere. And so the citizens of the United States, because a lot of them believe those are the chosen people of God, without proof, but they believe it. They've been willing to allow our government to steal money out of our pockets and send it to Israel so Israel can just continuously be over there killing people, because Israel kills people too. Because people are worried about, people are raising hell about Palestine, what they've done, and Hamas and all that stuff. They forget about the part where Israel does all that same shit. They're over there killing babies and shit too, but that gets left out. Because Israel's just protected by us, even no matter how much evil they do. I don't give a fuck what religion they are or what race they are. It doesn't matter. They're just as bad as the other side, and they weren't there. They got plopped there. They got stuck there, as if that land, there weren't people there. That thought that was their land and had for many generations. So they took that land and gave it to the so-called chosen people, and said, we're bringing back Israel, and full well knowing that was going to piss off all the damn Muslims, because that was going to piss off the Muslims. Anyone could have told you at the time, before it was even done, this is going to result in nonstop violence for goddamn ever. And that's exactly what's happened ever since the end of World War II. It's been nothing but violence over there. There will never be peace there until one side gets completely wiped out, and then it won't matter which side it is, they'll end up fighting themselves, or they'll find someone else to fight. The Muslims will fight each other, Shia and Sunni. They have no problem killing each other. People have belief systems, and they'll find the slightest different interpretation of one verse is all you really need, and they'll start killing each other. So why the hell are we involved in this? Why are we sending our money over there to fund all this never-ending violence? It needs to stop immediately. We need to say, hey, Israel, Palestine, you know what? You guys figure it out, because we'll just do like Eric Cartman. Screw you guys. I'm going home. And get the hell out of there. But we don't keep our nose in our business about anything. Look at all the money we sent to freaking Ukraine. That was ridiculous. So, for a lot of people, this wouldn't be they would say this. They wouldn't like what I just said. But I'm sorry, but that's the sensible solution. Is we just don't get involved. We walk away. We'll just walk away. So many people feel like we should support Israel no matter what, because they believe something. They can't prove that those are really the chosen people. You don't know. You can't prove that Israel is the Israel that is prophesied to come back. You can't prove that. You can't prove. I mean, what it looks like to me is it was just forced to happen. The elites made it happen. The same elites that are screwing us over with this whole fake germ situation that nobody has yet been able to really prove anything happened the way they said it had, but they have proven that the needle had something in it that was killing a certain percentage of people, because different batches of that were poison. That's been proven. That they flat out just murdered a bunch of people with those needles. Having to speak in code, because you know how YouTube is. These are the elites. I don't know why people trust anything they freaking tell you. I mean, Some people, they'll complain about certain things that this, that politician, but then when that politician says something that they like, oh, that was great, blah blah blah. No, this guy's lying to you about everything until you figure out that he's not just lying to you about the things you don't like to hear. He's also lying to you about the things that you don't. How to say it? He's not just lying to you about the things you don't like to hear. He's also lying to you about the things that you like to hear. Why? Because that's how he controls you. That's how he controls you. Because he knows you want to hear that particular thing, even though it's not true. It's a lie. All of it's lies. So you got to be careful with those damn politicians. Jesus Christ. Batman says, I was just making fun. Smile, people. Danny says, has there ever been peace? Peace there, no. Peace there, no. I guess there's been peace in certain places at certain times. But everywhere isn't at war 100% of the times, but everywhere has war sometime. Everywhere has war sometime. Forget what they call these spirals they do. Another ceremony. Icon says peace does not sell. Yeah. Weapons manufacturers make a lot of money. Just like the pharmaceutical companies just made a whole bunch of money selling those needles that they poisoned people with. It's maddening. Tried to warn so many people and they got mad at me because I was telling them, no, this entire thing's a lie. You can't believe anything. Don't take the jab. No needle shall touch my skin ever again. I can't trust anything they put in a needle anymore because they might put those same poisons in other stuff. So I can't trust any needle. I don't know what they put in it. Raptor says, I think we need to quit killing each other and help each other in this world, because if not, the world's going to kill us, plain and simple. Yeah. There's no way around. There's going to be war. There's going to be war. Humans are built for that. They're geared for that, to go to war. So the best case scenario I think we can hope for is to control it to some extent. Certain things are labeled as war crime, and the governments are supposed to have this under a degree of control, where there's certain things you're not allowed to do. War crimes, there's certain things you're not allowed to do. They're just too heinous. Go out there and kill each other, but you can't do these certain things. Such as the firing at lifeboats that Israel did. When they attacked our ship, the USS Liberty, in 1967, they shot the lifeboats. That's a violation of Geneva Convention. Something that's been forgotten. Nobody, we got to support Israel. Like, no, Israel made themselves. If Israel wasn't our enemy before 1967, they definitely became our enemy in 1967 when they flat out murdered dozens of our sailors, or the crewmen on that ship. claim they made a mistake, but they did not. That's a lie. Who else had the same, the type of equipment that we did? You know, say that, oh, we thought it was Egypt. No, you didn't think it was Egypt. It was clearly a United States ship, and they attacked it, and they killed our men, dozens of our men, and they shot the lifeboats. Big no-no. Even if you have a legit reason to have a battle, you're not supposed to shoot the damn lifeboats. You know, that's one of those things. And they did it. Israel did it. We should have bombed them into oblivion in 1967 for that little stunt. Raptor says, at Lockbeard, I agree. We're all doomed pretty much anyway. If we just get everyone to follow certain rules, so look, you know, fight if you want, but you don't do these certain things. They're too heinous, you know, torture and all that stuff. Don't do that. Go if you got a beef. If you got enough of a beef, you feel like you need to go fight. Go fight. Because you know you just gotta let humans fight. Because ever since we were tribes of people running around, you know, tribes fought with each other. They'd have some reason they'd fight. And just because we've taken ourselves out of nature doesn't get rid of the fact that we're programmed to fight. And we're and that's just, you know, when people are getting in your territories where you hunt and stuff. It was you know, there was a lot more space. People had a lot more space. Now we don't have any space. Like, we are extremely over. People try to say, well, the world can handle more people. Yeah, the world can handle more people. But is that the natural condition of man or the world? No. The natural condition is we have tribes that have a lot of territory that they can roam, that they can defend, that's for their hunting and the survival of their people. We're programmed for that. And so when you got people in these cities stacked on top of one each other, and you wonder why there's, you know, high crime in a lot of these cities, and yeah, you're lucky you're holding it together as well as you are. I mean, it's surprising that the death toll isn't higher. People are not supposed to be stacked up on top of each other like that. You're supposed to be in open territory with a lot of space between you and other people besides your tribe. And it's really, we're really lucky it isn't more violent than it is. But see, I gotta find another image. Here's another image. They gather at the Stonehenge for ceremonies. So on and so forth. Got another one here. I guess it did. What did I do? It was supposed to come up. The next image was supposed to come up, but it didn't. Hold on. There we go. Now it should be there. Pagans. That goat man right there. That goat man. Guess this is just a cool picture I found. Somebody's depiction of a. Whoops. I don't know why in the hell having so many difficulties here, but hold on. Yep, they ain't naked. Icon. There's a druid. Someone's painting of a druid. Icon says them pagans ain't naked. Yeah, they ain't naked. I don't think you have to be naked. That's something that should be more accepted, but our culture is all jacked up. People want to run around in the buck, let them run around the buck like nature intended. But people are all uppity about that. Oh, we got ourselves a Spaceballs reference. Funny doesn't look Jewish. Yeah. Yeah, what's that guy's name that made those movies like that? I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Mel Brooks. Funny, he doesn't look Jewish. Yeah, Mel Brooks. There's a channel out there. Well, I mean, there's 1,000 channels where people do reaction videos to. They watch movies and TV shows and stuff like that, and they do reaction videos. And I was watching this one, and she was reacting to Blazing Saddles. Can you imagine anyone getting away with Blazing Saddles today? There's so many movies that made back in the day where people actually knew what comedy was, and they just don't anymore. And they really ruined the entertainment industry. And I think there's about to be a reckoning, though. Like a lot of the shareholders, I mean, you would think they got legal recourse of some kind. Companies like Disney having completely disregarded their fiduciary duty and lost, billions. Really, I don't know the exact number, but a stupid amount of value in the company is just gone, and potential money they should have made because they angered all the fans and and uh, and lost a lot of money just in the process. So they're really, I mean, the people in control should all be sued. The company should be sued um, for what they've done. Let me see if I can find. Things have gotten really crazy with. Come on, load. Like Doctor Who. I don't know if any of y'all like Doctor Who or used to like Doctor Who, because Doctor Who used to be good, and trying to find a good picture of this absolute nonsense that they've done. They've done a lot of stupid stuff to the show. I mean, a lot of people say that it's for those of us that say have a problem with them because I guess I should give some background first for those that don't know. Doctor Who I mean, it's a really old show, decades old, and they, it stopped for many years, and they gave it, a new birth, but it's basically a continuation, and he's called Doctor Who because he's not supposed to give anyone his real name, but and he's an alien. He's actually an alien, but he's always been this kind of British man. I say that because whenever he gets killed, they have a trick for immortality, basically, where if he gets something happens to him that's fatal, he is kind of resurrected, but he looks different. He's a new guy. He's the same in his head. It's the same. He's the same, but he's got a new face. He's got a new body, and that's how he lives. And it's called regeneration. But he's always been a guy, right? And so because they wanted to go woke, they made him regenerate into a woman. And then they had some crap where they showed that he apparently didn't start out as a man in the first place. He started out as a little black girl, so they had to race swap him and gender swap him, and basically say that he started out as this little girl of a different race. And so they've done everything that to they do this to everyone. They want to race swap every single white character and gender swipe every male character, and if they're straight, they want to turn them gay. And this is and now it's just gotten ridiculous, where when he was supposed to regenerate, right, where light comes out, when he regenerates, light comes out of him, and he just turns into he looks like a different man. But in this case, instead of him turning into a different man to live on, he split into two guys. And I guess they both have this his memories, but they're both the Doctor. They're both Doctor Who, and they call it bi-generation. That's real subtle, right? And in his spaceship, the new black gay Doctor that you're looking at here is going to carry on. He's going to do Doctor Who stuff in the universe, and the old one is supposed to retire for some stupid reason, which is just, whoever wrote this crap is a complete idiot. They lost so much viewership when they gender swapped him, and now they've just gotten ridiculous. And so this gay black Doctor here goes over to his TARDIS, which is basically his spaceship, right? For those that aren't familiar with it, and just takes a big hammer as if he's in a cartoon, whacks it on the side, and a second TARDIS splits off from it, and it makes two TARDISes. It's gone to just complete ridiculous cartoonish nonsense. They've completely destroyed the franchise. At this moment here, if it wasn't destroyed already, they completely destroyed the franchise. Just ridiculous. Icon says not to be confused with Lloyd Kaufman, although they look like twins. Raptor says, wasn't that in the History of the World Part 1? Wasn't what not that I recall. The Jewish thing? No, that was in Spaceballs. Angel says too many have no sense of humor. Yeah, they've destroyed comedy. Fist Like Bullet says Sanford, All in the Family, Jefferson's, Good Times, all were great shows. Icon said, I mean, well, and that's important, right? You know, you had all those shows. They're acting like black people have been kept out of this. No, they haven't. They've been all up in Hollywood, you know, looking at like the superhero movies, right? Instead of like 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 just a, you know, not a couple decades ago, like the Blade movies, right? Blade is a black vampire. It was one of the it was cool. Those were some cool movies, you know. And so you had, you know, basically a black comic book superhero type situation. I mean, he's, you know, he's not like Batman and stuff like that, you know, as far as the costuming, I guess. But they did a really good job. I thought they did a really good job with the Blade movies. There was some goofiness to some of it and ridiculousness, and I could, you know, we could analyze it all day long. But you had so you know you had one. There's one. You had Spawn. Spawn wasn't a bad movie. That was pretty neat. I don't know if y'all watched that. That's a black character. You know, and getting more recent, you know, with the MCU stuff, you had Black Panther, um, which is when they started getting the woke. Now, if you replaced him with a white actor, they would lose their shit, right? But then they go over and they replace whatever white characters they can get away with or gender swap them. They try to. You know, how's Heimdall, a Norse god? How's a Norse god black? Right? Doesn't make any sense. I let it slide, whatever. You know, they had an Asian character. I mean, this is North mythology. Those characters were based on Norse mythology, so there isn't Asian, there isn't black. They're white characters, just like Black Panther was written to be, you know, a black story. You know, a black kingdom in Africa. I would never suggest that we replace them with black characters. Those characters are black. That's how they're written. But they're not happy with that, right? They want to come and take the white characters and swap them, you know. So that's how you get all this stuff where, you know, they're changed. Snow White is now not white anymore. A white woman. It's a Germanic, I think, fairy tale, or you know, but they're taking it. You know, like Ariel, the Little Mermaid. They replaced this redheaded. This always depicted as a redheaded. You know, mermaids are, you know, a European kind of fairy tale thing, and replaced her with a black. You know, they did a live action Little Mermaid and made her into with a black character, a black actress instead. Instead of saying, hey, you know, why don't you know, make one of her friends black, or you know, you could throw characters of color in there. Nobody, but you guys specifically go on. They go Hollywood specifically goes in there and tries to take down every straight male um, white character and change them instead of making their own stories. And you know, they think that I don't see it. You know, human psychology is tied to the sitting around the fire, and the elder tells a story, and mythology. Your mythology is important. You know, they use this to spark the imagination, inspire the young to greatness. And when you attack people's mythology, and it's an attack on, it's a psychological attack on those people. I recognize that that's what it is. They probably don't want me alerting people to this and making them understand this is more than what you think it is. That and these people may not even recognize that that's what they're doing to us, but it is a psychological attack, and it requires retribution in my book. But um you know, I ain't going and tearing apart African legends and African mythology. I'm not looking to attack these people psychologically. So why are these people attacking me psychologically? Because that's what they're trying to do. I mean, you can't really harm me because I recognize what you're doing, but I am certainly going to say something about it. We are under attack. Straight white males, we are under attack by racists who hate us for whatever reason. I'm sure they think they got justification. I didn't do anything to any of these people. I'm sorry, but never owned a slave. Never, harmed a homosexual or anything like that. I'm not interested in doing such things. But I'm under attack by these people, these crazy people. And what if you start figuring out, okay, well, why is this happening? People in positions of power are really what driving this. These people are trying to create strife, and we really need to be calling that out. That's what they're doing. They're creating strife on purpose. They're trying to make us fight. And I think they understand that. Let's say if you had race war in the United States, which I really think the elites are trying to create on purpose. I really think they're trying to do that. I know who's going to win, right? I know exactly who's going to win. I think that because it's partly because of numbers and other factors, but the reality is if white people feel like they got to defend themselves, if it gets to that point, if you push and push and push, and we're constantly getting murdered and attacked and all this stuff, things get crazy, and these elites see the black people are getting goaded by these elites. They need to recognize what's going on. They need to recognize when Joe Biden stands up there and says the greatest problem we have is white supremacy. What Joe Biden's doing right there is trying to get black people killed, because he convinces the black people to do shit to white people that makes white people feel like they got to defend themselves. Look, white people we're not white supremacists, okay? We don't give a fuck. We just want you to leave us alone. Why are you fucking with us? Why are you fucking with us? We don't want to, but if you want to fuck with us, I'm telling you, there's some Viking ass motherfuckers out here will fuck some shit up, and you're outnumbered and you're not as well armed. You aren't. I mean, you're probably used to them white liberals that don't know. They're afraid of guns. They see a gun in a movie and they need to go to their safe space. Dude, Joe Biden is trying to create a situation where black people get killed. That's what he's trying to do. Black people need to recognize that's what Joe Biden's trying to do. I don't want this to happen. I would hope that you guys don't want this to happen. But guess what? That's what Joe Biden's trying to create. Him and his puppet masters, because he don't really, if anyone believes he's actually in control of the situation, Jesus Christ. And this ain't about Democrat against Republican. They're both the same party. They're one party. There's not two parties. There's one. It's one party, not two. You average people on the street, there's on that level, yeah, you're two parties. But your leadership, they work together. They work together. They're one. But yeah, Hollywood and all these networks, they're trying to convince people that black people have been excluded from the entertainment industry or some shit, that they're not represented. They're perfectly well represented. Jesus Christ. They're perfectly well represented. First 25 years of Doctor Who was good, says Icon. Agree. Doctor Who, Fist says Doctor Who in the 80s was cool. Icon says he can give his name, but it's difficult for people to pronounce. Raptor says he gave it to his wife, when he got married. Raptor says there's 3 new episodes on Disney Plus. I don't know if they're any good. Haven't had a chance to watch them yet. Yeah, specials. They've done these specials, I guess. But for one, we never saw the same face come back when the Jodie Whittaker, the female Doctor Who, he was reborn as a female, and then she died and came back as Tennant right here, David Tennant. So he was already the Doctor Who before. So why is he Doctor Who again? That's not right. That shouldn't happen, I don't think. Maybe it fits into lore. I don't know. And then now he's splitting into 2 Doctor Who's, and there's like a scene that I saw a clip where this black gay Doctor Who here is like in a club dancing with a kilt on or some shit. He's wearing a skirt. I mean, they are doing everything they can to spit on Doctor Who fans. So make them feel it. Don't pay for it. Fish says Land of the Lost with a little Sasquatch creature called Pecunis. Wouldn't a subsequent TARDIS be a retardus? Very possible. Raptor says, I thought it was Shaka, the name of the Land of the Lost. Yeah, the species was Pecuni. Shaka. Lawman, Bass Reeves is a good show. I don't know how far behind in chat I am, but I'll try to catch up. Raptor says, so I take it Mr. No is playing in the UK still. And they have new versions of it now? What? If you're talking about are you talking about Doctor Who? I don't know what you're saying there. Vault's Big Toe, Troy's here, welcome. Says Vault's Big Toe could subdue them with his big toe. Yep. I bet he could. Horn of Gondor shit. Icon says precisely why neither party is good for shit. Batman says Doctor Who, the Time Lord. Yeah, they've completely screwed it up. They already screwed it up by turning him into a woman. Oh, and this David Tennant here, I was going to say this a while ago. Like, it isn't just the new black Doctor Who copy of him that's gay. Apparently, he's gay too. Like, somewhere it's revealed that he's gay. So they turned him gay. Everybody's got to be gay. Like Cartman said in that South Park episode, put chick in it and make her lame and gay. Icon says so. He's Doctor too. I guess so. I it's just crazy. Donald says, "Hi, folks. I'm late." Troy missing Volt's big toe. Maybe I don't know. Icon says, "Fairly certain it's still on the telly in UK Raptor." My Concho says, "This is another channel. Look at the pic." LOL. Icon says, "Hey, Donald." Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch this special. I had no interest in watching any Doctor Who once they gender swapped him when they made him a female. It was done. It was done. And when they made it to where like he doesn't remember, somehow he doesn't remember well, he was a female when she met a very ancient version of Doctor who was also a she, which was the black woman. It's just ridiculous. He's always been a he. There's been no indication that he was gay. I mean, shit, he got married to River Song. You know, it's just they're trying to fuck with you. They're trying to screw with you. I hope they lose tons of money on this because they deserve to. Mike Concho says, if you don't know, the Mike Concho reference is from Talladega Nights. Raptor says, Mr. No, it was on Pluto for a while. I watched season 6 to 12. After that, haven't found any of it on any other channels. Belmont says Doctor Who is more of a it. He's a Time Lord, and that's that. Dang it! What? Yeah, but he was always reborn as a man. You know, there was never any indication that he could be a woman in the old series, and even some, this new series that's been going on. He's always reborn as a man. They did that on purpose to fuck with people, and now he's this gay black dude for some reason. So this is a British show. It was a British thing, and they're doing everything they can to spit on the British. But where's the knucklehead? I don't know where knucklehead's at. Mike says I hated Doctor Who. Yeah, I mean, I can get why. I can see very well how a lot of people might not have liked Doctor Who. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I liked it. When they remade it, the first seasons, it was fine. They didn't really do a bunch of woke shit that would bother me. I don't want to see a bunch of woke shit. I have way less tolerance of it now. Like I might have not had much issue if they did even maybe he regenerates as a black guy sometime. But they have done it to so many characters. It's a very obvious psychological attack on white people. They're attacking white people, and I at this point I don't know how people can not recognize that's what's going on. And then you got and look, and especially when you look at it in conjunction with the other stuff they do. Critical race theory, where you basically sit kids down and tell white kids that they suck ass, that you're evil, because some of your ancestors, a small, tiny percentage of your ancestors, might have owned some slaves. Never mind that it was black slave masters who sold those slaves to the white slave owners. Never mind that. Never mind the many, many, many black slave masters that existed in the United States. Yes, that was the case. There were black slave masters here. They leave that all out and blame it all on Whitey. Apparently, the crackers are completely to blame for that. What about the many, many thousands of people that fought for abolition who were white? We forget that part. No, we're going to blame all Whitey for the actions of a very small number, you know, who and forget about, you know, all the black slave masters both in America and in Africa. Oh, and we forget about the fact that there's still slavery in Africa today. Still there. Never freaking ended. Still going on. No, we're gonna let that slide because we're too busy blaming Whitey for everything. Sick of it. Sick of it. We basically have straight up racism against white people in a lot of different ways. You know, there's like all black colleges. We've had those for a long time. All black colleges, not for whitey. No. What if we had an all white college? What would they say about that? They have, you know, even at other colleges, they, you know, have you know, grants and stuff for people of color. You know, if you have an all white grant, they say, "Oh my gosh, that's racist." Well, why is it not racist to have a grant that's only for people of color? They have equal look. When I was in public school, I sat in a classroom with people of every race. They all had equal opportunity to make the grade and eventually go to college. They all have equal opportunity to do that. Why do they have to have a leg up? Why are they not offended by the suggestion that they need a leg up? They need help. I thought we were all equal and we could all do everything the same. What's the problem? There's not roving bands of Triple K Club out there in white hoods with torches. They're not there. They're not there. They're not. You guys have nothing to worry about. Nobody's attacking you. Nobody. There isn't rampant white supremacy going on. It don't exist. It don't exist. Oh yeah, you got a few pockets of people, but they don't do anything. They don't do anything because they're asked to go to jail. They might have you know, a few pockets of Klan somewhere. They're not running around grabbing black people in the night and lynching them. It's not happening. Those days are way over. We have left it behind. Such a ridiculous state of affairs. But rampant racism against white people is apparently perfectly fine with these people. And that's exactly what's going on. This is racism against white people. This is why we can't find Bigfoot. We got too much dumb shit going on amongst our own species. Just absolutely dumb shit. I mean, I've had people try to, Jesus Christ, try to accuse me of racism while I'm out here trying to convince people that Bigfoot is the same species as us. They're just a different race and deserve all of the rights of any other human being. But somehow somebody's going to try to say I'm a racist. It's a crazy world out there. What's screwed up, you know, shows like this. I used to like this. But I used to like Doctor Who. But what they've done to it, they've completely destroyed it. I'm glad I don't own stock in the company, right? Because I would have lost a lot of money, just like all the people that own stock in Disney. They lost tons of money. And I hope they sue everybody involved into oblivion and sue the company into oblivion. I guess South Carolina, you saw where South Carolina's like they have like a approved investments or whatever list, and Disney's been bumped off of there. So you just need, you know, once you got one state saying, look, these guys, bad news, there's more to come. Because people are sick of this crap. They are sick of this bullshit. They're sick of this blatant sexism against males, blatant racism against white people, and blatant discrimination against heterosexuals. You know, they rode. I thought we were trying to get things to where they're equal, right? But they rode right past equal into. We don't want to be equal. We want to be black supremacists and homosexual supremacists and trans supremacists and feminazis. A lot of women have figured out that feminism isn't what they thought it was, right? They figured out it actually harms women. Feminism's bad for women. You know, this whole I mean, it's basically saying that women should have to fulfill the same roles as men. Y'all haven't even felt it yet. Wait till somebody decides to institute the draft. Oh, we got a war coming. And all us guys who have dealt with this feminazi bullshit for all these years are going to say, hey, while you're drafting, don't forget we're equal. So you got to draft those women. Draft the women. No, they'll suddenly, oh, wait a minute. No, you can't. No, fuck you. You're getting drafted. Just like any of the males. That's equality. You want equality, right? You can't lift something. I wouldn't want to go to war with women because, you know, fucking Forrest Gump demonstrated exactly why. He carried that guy out of there, right? A woman's not going to be able to carry a typical woman. You know, we talk about averages. There's always a few exceptions, right? You got Olga out of Russia can carry 2 dudes on her shoulders, but typically a woman's not going to be able to carry a man out of a battlefield like we saw Forrest Gump do in the movie. It's just a movie, but that's a real possible situation where, you know, a dude's down and only way he's going to live is if somebody can carry him out. And women aren't going to be able to do that. And then there's also the problem of, you know, women getting captured and we men do not want our women to get raped. And that's what's going to happen in war. A woman doesn't belong on the goddamn battlefield. But you know, after this feminist shit, I think we should send every goddamn feminist, every one of them that was chanting girl power and all that bullshit. No, you guys go to war along with the men. You want equality? Here's equality. Mike says, Raptor, it's one of my 15 channels, almost as many as Danny. That one says, I'd like to thank baby Jesus for this Taco Bell. You don't want to eat that Taco Bell. That's bad for you. Raptor says, Michael K, it's either Danny or Donald or Mr. Lee. Anyway, go to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Hope you all are safe. Vault's Big Toes here. Says, did I tell you the time I finished a reptilian on my front lawn with my big toe? I don't believe so. BBT says, Batmom, my concho was the name of Carl Nerton used for his Playgirl spread. The Fallen Period says Gary Johnson Sr. VBT says, Gary, where did you get that from? It came from one of these YouTube phonies using that nonsense for a narrative. What would Bigfoot be to a Buddhist? Religion was created to keep people in line. Yeah. Indeed it was. Organized religion. I mean, people always had, you know, spiritual beliefs, and those spiritual beliefs are partly intuition, right? People have some degree of intuition that there's something beyond, but they're getting all the details wrong. They got all the details wrong because they're not approaching it from a scientific perspective. You approach it from a scientific perspective, you're going to start to zero in on what the details really are. But there is a beyond, and people have some level of intuition and instinct that there's something beyond, but they just don't understand the details. So there were people, you know, had some spirituality about them before there was any organized religion. But organized religion is the issue, because they try, because you use what people believe to try and control them. You use what people believe to try to control them. As long as people were just, making their own little altars in their backyard or in their living room or wherever they would, in their tent, in their cave, in their mud hut, wherever they did their thing, that was independent, individual. No one was telling them what to do. No one was passing around an offering plate so that the preacher could drive a Lexus. Once you're there, you kind of got a problem. You kind of got a problem there, and yeah, because and it's funny. It's so many people, they don't see it. You get those mega churches, insanely huge, and they'll be sitting up there on thrones, on golden thrones. It's crazy. And then you end up in a situation like what happened in New Orleans, and we had lots of refugees who could have been housed in that mega church, and Joel Osteen wasn't about to open the doors for people in need. Old Joel Osteen with that shitty grin he always has. What a scammer. What a pathetic scammer. People probably still give him a bunch of money. VBT says, Gary, please bring me to this sacred place. I have dealt with a Bigfoot in front of me. I won't get scared. Gary's in a totally different world, man. Raptor says to Volts, yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're still doing it too. Yeah, so it's just organized religion. If people just do their own individual spiritual practices, and maybe they get together like those druids do around Stonehenge every so often, but I bet nobody's passing around an offering plate, right? We don't got a building to maintain and a Lexus and house bill to pay for the preacher. So this is what I don't get about churches. If the preachers, why is the preacher getting paid? Why don't you just, if maybe you manage the church, and maybe of course you got to pay for the church and stuff like that, sure, but shouldn't the preacher? Because what's the preacher doing on the weekdays, right? Everybody just gather at the church, and then somebody get up and read from the Bible. Why do you need to have a preacher getting a wage? If this person's giving money for the church, maybe the other person, instead of giving money, they handled the finances, and that's how they pay their part. No, there's a scam going on there, and so beware. And I'm sure a lot of preachers are perfectly nice guys that don't mean no harm. But look, if you're only giving a book report and you're reading, maximum 20 lines out of the Bible, and a lot of times you're repeating the same ones every Christmas, every Easter. I mean, it's the easiest job in the world. You just give a book report over the same book over and over and over again. So I mean, how does this justify getting paid a bunch of money, where some of these preachers live high on the hog, and they get, prestige in the community, and people give them free stuff. And I mean, they do pretty well. A lot of them do. Instead, people just get together in your home with a bunch of people, and if you want to have a prayer meeting or read from the Bible together, and you can do this on your own. You don't have to go sit in a big building in a church with a preacher and pay him money and fill up that offering plate. And you don't have to do that. You can do it on your own. if you really believe in it, you can do it on your own. Gary says no, because this is a keep quiet place. No way, Jose. Why are you talking in all caps, Gary? All caps is yelling on the internet, man. I don't think VBT believes you. Gary says actually top secret where, and I'll never tell. Period. Well, if you can't show people, then it's a pretty wild story. So, why are people supposed to believe it? Why should they believe it? Raptor says I was responding to Vault religion keeps people in line. Yeah. Yeah, it do. Use fear to make people do good things. It's not for a long time. I told people, that atheist isn't really. It's not as clear cut as like when I say that. If I say I'm an atheist, it's not as clear cut because I just said there's something beyond. Now a lot of atheists hear that and be like, "Oh, you're not atheist," and of course, anyway, it's not as clear cut. Anyway, what I said, I guess I'll stick to the issue as far as atheist morality. Like I would say to people for years, atheist morality is superior to the same morality in religious people. Like you might have thou shalt not kill, and I believe you should not kill. The words thou shalt not kill aren't important. It isn't important how you word it. You don't kill people because you just you don't think people should just murder people, right? Now, what is causing an atheist to adhere to that rule? We're not being threatened with eternal damnation and burning and getting torn apart and tortured forever. Man, it's horrible. We're not being threatened with that. So there's no threat of eternal suffering if we don't do it. And there's no promise of eternal reward in heaven. So if religious people are requiring these types of stimuli, these types of, threats and promises of reward to be good, damn, I'd hate to see what some of them become when they lose their religion, if they ever do, if they stop believing. I mean, if that's what it took to make them be good people, you got atheists over here who are good people without any of that. We just think, you just need to be good. You don't need to be threatened with hell or promised heaven to be good. You just want to be good. So because an atheist who has morals doesn't require a threat or a promise of reward, that makes his morality superior, right? Because he's just moral just because, rather than because he was ordered to be moral. But that being said, there's a lot of atheists out there that are complete assholes for no good reason. They're mad at religion. I get that there's some frustration and anger with religious people because a lot of religious people are doing immoral things to atheists without understanding that they are, and the way they talk to them sometimes, like they think they're being sweet and all that stuff, and they're actually being a complete asshole, and just the way they talk to them and the way they judge them. Like it says in the Bible that judge not lest ye be judged, and yet you guys Christians are some of the most judgmental people sometimes. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. They are boy, damn, judgmental, man. And it says don't judge. It says specifically you are not to judge. Let he without sin cast the first stone. But they don't follow those rules. They don't follow most of the rules in the Bible, actually. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. One of my favorite ones is where it says in there that a woman is not to speak in church. Now, you got female preachers out here and everything else, but the Bible specifically says a woman is not to speak in church. So why are you guys picking and choosing which verses you follow? You got to follow all of it, or you're full of shit. I don't know how we get on this. How we get on this? VBT says, I was raised Catholic and never knew how evil an organization they are. Hiding Nazis, getting them in South America. My diocese was full of hot pockets, as Vault says. Yeah, that's the Catholic Church has been guilty of so much shit. It's unbelievable. Unpacking it all, you know, the you know, everybody's heard about the you know, the priest taking liberties with the choir boys and all that stuff. There's a lot more going on. They have been manipulating a lot of crap for a long time. And you know, and just they've just been involved with a bunch of stuff that's just not good. Not good. Hiding a bunch of knowledge from us. You know, they got a lot of records and stuff that they don't let people see. Apparently they knew, you know, because like you heard, you know, the whole story of Christopher Columbus coming over here, but and not knowing. Apparently the Catholic Church knew damn well there was another continent over here and who was here, and they knew things about them, and they came over here to specifically to manipulate them, because you show up with just 100 and some odd people in your ships, you know, and you got thousands of people here who are warriors, and how do you defeat them? Well, you use this is a case of religious beliefs, really. Use them against them, just like any other religion does, and you know, because they believe that these new, because they have the legends in America of basically they describe white people, you know, tall bearded people, who gave them their civilization basically, and they left behind, and then the new tribal peoples that were here, so they had these legends, and they believed when these Europeans showed up, they looked like the old gods. Basically, they thought of them as gods, and so they thought that they used that against them, and the Catholic Church knew damn well what was going on. They were part of all that. They did it on purpose and took all their gold, killed so many people here. It's crazy. Catholic Church is an evil organization, and you know, what should be done about that, I don't know. Gary says, "Don't call God a liar to what I was shown." I don't think. Look, okay, so some people. So some people, because you know, when I talk about there's something beyond, I'm not saying there's a guy with a beard and sitting in the clouds and what. There's not some dude, right? I'm talking about a consciousness, something that's really beyond most people to even begin to imagine. Like, I could describe it as universal consciousness or whatever you want to call it, the one mind. But it's not. Look, the one mind does not give a shit what one stupid person like me says. Partially because, I mean, it's too big. I'm this tiny little speck that's beyond. It doesn't care. It and also partially because I am part of it. Every single person out here, every single thing out here that has any consciousness to it, which is basically everything that exists, down to the goddamn rocks. We're all part of the one mind. We're just subdivided pieces of it, and so it doesn't care. It does not care, Gary. So don't worry. So some people say that, well, that's God. That universal consciousness is God. Okay, well, I can assure you that if that's what you want to call God, you can call it God. I don't call it God. You can call it God if you want to, but I assure you that what you're calling God does not give a shit what you say. Okay, it doesn't care. Doesn't care. People have said 10 times worse to what they believe God is. Doesn't care. They get told all these things. They look at the Bible, the flood story. The flood story has been manipulated, mistranslated, and misunderstood. That people don't know what actually happened, right? We're starting to get a lot of science on what actually happened, where that story of the flood came from, and how it actually went down. And it's all based in there's scientific, logical things that happen. And so, but people have come up with these stories about how they think, well, it's just like, lightning strikes you. You might think in your head, oh, well, I must have angered the gods. I you might think I did something wrong today, then I got hit by lightning. Therefore, well, yeah, but dude, you did something wrong the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that, and everybody else sat here doing something wrong, and none of them got hit by lightning. But because you got hit by lightning, you just start immediately thinking, well, I did something wrong, therefore I angered the gods. That's not what happened. Okay, what happened is a comet or asteroid or something hit the earth and caused a massive flooding event. Didn't cover all the land on the planet, but it covered such a vast area of land, and it stayed permanently flooded too. Um, some areas got a flooding that wasn't permanent, but a vast amount of land was permanently flooded as a result of this. And so that's why there's cultures all over the world that have these flood stories, and they all have different takes on it because none of them, remember or know what actually happened. So whatever their particular flavor of religion is, they incorporate it into that. And, a lot of times it takes the form of, we pissed off God, or we pissed off the gods, or we pissed off something, and that's why we got flooded. No, you just got bad luck. You live at a time when a massive worldwide disaster happened, and that's it. And so yeah, man, it's don't take it all literally. There's little bits of truth here and there. There was some kind of flooding situation that occurred that was massive, but it didn't happen the way the Bible describes it, or anyone else's myth. Nobody's myth. I mean, maybe some culture out there has an accurate description of what happened. I'm not aware of it. Most of the time, they just, they're interpreting it as primitive people. They don't really understand the science of what happened. Well, the science of what happened is there's a black mat layer that shows all the signs that the Earth was struck by an astronomical object, and it caused this massive flooding event. Geologists know that the sea level has risen 400 feet as a result of that. And so that's what happened, man. It's not, it's not what you think. Raptor says that Gary, it was on a podcast. I don't know the name of the podcast. Where's my other comment to Gary? I don't know. You missed some? Did we miss one? Who blocked your comment to Gary? Which one? I should be seeing them all. Angel says, Raptor, it might be YouTube, certain words, AI flags, and they block it. No one here would. Yeah, did you say anything that YouTube would not like? It's surprising some of the stuff YouTube don't like. Raptor says that Angel, yeah, it could be. It was there, and all of a sudden it went away. Gary says, I asked God to be with me and sent his angels in my behalf. Icon says, if you anger the gods, they'll throw Coke bottles at you. They might. If they're real, they might. What time is it? 7:30. Get Doctor Who off there. This is this article's pagan prayers for the solstice for Yule. Different people, like the scholars don't know. They don't know exactly how these celebrations went down in the past. A lot's been lost. Like what days or day exactly. A lot of these celebrations would have been, in January, sometimes all up in a little bit into February. But a lot of different groups celebrate these things in different ways at different times. Like around the solstice, Yule is celebrated at solstice or at Christmas or during a period of time around Christmas, around the solstice, but it can go up into January. It just depends on what you think when you want to do it and when you think because some people are trying to be purist and celebrate the way they think the ancients did, and unfortunately we just don't have accurate information about what they did. But what we got, so the reason why I put December solstice instead of winter solstice is because some of these people out here live in the southern hemisphere, so this ain't winter solstice for them, it's summer solstice, because they're in their summer and they got the long day right now and we got the short day. But this is kind of this is a time where people some of these celebrations are about welcoming back the sun, because the sun it's the longest, darkest night of the year, and so it's going to be people just want the light to come back. They knew it was coming back. All these megalithic sites and stuff were aligned so that they knew when the sun was going to be in this position it is right now. But this is an article about pagan prayers written on this Learn Religion site. She says here, the winter solstice, the darkest and longest night of the year, is a time of reflection. Why not take a moment to offer up a pagan prayer for Yule? Try a different devotional each day for the 12 days of the Yule Sabbath to give you food for thought during the holiday season, or simply incorporate the ones that resonate with you into the seasonal rituals. Where's that lady's hair, man? Prayer to the earth. Prayer to the earth. There's druids celebrating winter solstice each year at Stonehenge in that picture there. Just because the earth is cold doesn't mean there's nothing going on down there in the soil. Think about what lies dormant in your own life right now and consider what may bloom a few months from now. So this is their prayer. Cold and dark this time of year, the earth lies dormant, awaiting the return of the sun, and with it life. Far beneath the frozen surface, a heartbeat waits until the moment is right to spring. Here's the Yule sunrise prayer. When the sun first rises on Yule, on or around December 21st or June 21st, if you're below the equator, it's time to recognize that the days will gradually begin to lengthen. If you're hosting a winter solstice gathering, try to time things so your family and friends can greet the sun with this prayer as it first appears over the horizon. The sun returns, the light returns, the earth begins to warm once more. The time of darkness is past, and a path of light begins a new day. Welcome, welcome, the heat of the sun, blessing us all with its rays. Prayer to the winter goddess. Despite the fact that some people hate cold weather, it does have its advantages. After all, a good cold day gives us an opportunity to cuddle up indoors with the people we love most. If your magical tradition honors a seasonal goddess, offer up this prayer during Yule. O mighty goddess in silvery ice, watching over us as we sleep, a layer of shining white covering the earth each night, frost on the world, and in the sun, in the soul, we thank you for visiting us. Because of you, we seek warmth in the comfort of our homes and hearths. Sleeping Beauty says, sweet about the solstice. That's cool. Raptor says, on YouTube is showing the short videos of this on their channel, what he says. Bunch of nutters. Deep. Danny's getting his oh my's out. Raptor says, yeah, it's good. It's got to be YouTube. I said it again. It's gone. Something. I wonder. Did you put it? You didn't put it in caps, did you? Or did you put any emojis? Probably not you. There's got to be some certain word you're saying that YouTube is filtering out. You'd be surprised sometimes what it is. Like, say it. Like, think whatever. Look at your comment that you're trying to write and try to figure out which word. YouTube's having a problem with a certain word. It's gotta be it, and then just change the word to something in code. Danny says, "Stop doing that before I bust in the flame." Stop doing what? Sleeping Beauty, haha. Danny Raptor says, "No calves, no caps, no emojis, nothing." I was talking about Jelly Roll, talking about Jesus. I don't know. I don't know what YouTube's problem is, man. Yule prayer for counting blessings. Although Yule should be a time of joy and happiness for many people, it is stressful. Take a moment to be thankful for your blessings and remember those less fortunate. I'm grateful for that which I have. I am not sorrowful for that which I do not. I have more than others, less than some, but regardless, I am blessed with what is mine. If you have a set pagan prayer a set of pagan prayer beads or a witch's ladder, you can use it to enumerate your blessings, count off each bead or not, and consider the things you are thankful for, like so. First, I am thankful for my health. Second, I am thankful for my family. Third, I am thankful for my warm home. Fourth, I am thankful for the abundance in my life. Continue counting off your blessings until you have thought of all the things that enrich your life and the lives of those around you. Prayer for the beginning of winter. In early winter, the skies become darker and the smell of fresh snow fills the air. Take a few minutes to think about the fact that even if the skies are cold and dark, it's only temporary because the sun will return to us after the winter solstice. See the gray skies overhead, preparing the way for the bright sun soon to come. See the gray skies overhead, preparing the way for the world to awaken once more. See the gray skies overhead, preparing the way for the longest night of the year. See the gray skies overhead, preparing the way for the sun to finally return, bringing with it light and warmth. The Yule Sunset Prayer. The night before the winter solstice is the longest night of the year. In the morning, with the return of the sun, the days will begin to grow longer. As much as we enjoy the light, though, there is a lot to be said for acknowledging the darkness. Welcome it with a prayer as the sun sets in the sky. The longest night has come once more. The sun has set, the darkness fallen. The trees are bare, the earth asleep, and the skies are cold and black. Yet tonight we rejoice in this longest night, embracing the darkness that enfolds us. We welcome the night and all that it holds as the light of the stars shine down. Catch up in chat here. Forever says, all I was doing was telling Gary to watch the short video. Mr. Lee's finally here. Welcome. Gary says, it's quite all right to hashtag me, but I know to what I know now, I know I will be saved. You didn't miss everything. You missed a lot. Missed a lot, Mr. Lee. Raptor says, about time, Knucklehead. Where you been? Good to see you. Hope all is good on your end. Hope you're getting better. Fifth to Mr. Lee. Nordic Yule prayer. It said the caption below this picture here says, in Scandinavian legends, when Frau Hall shakes out her mattress, snow falls to the earth. That's got to be a hell of a case of bad dandruff right there. Yule is a time. Hold on. Yule is a time set aside animosity between yourself and people who would normally antagonize you. The Norse had a tradition that enemies who met under a bough of mistletoe were obligated to lay down their arms. Set aside your differences and think about that as you recite this prayer inspired by Norse legend and history. Beneath the tree of light and life, a blessing at this season of Yule. To all that sit at my hearth, today we are brothers, we are family, and I drink to your health. Today we do not fight, we bear no one ill will. Today is a day to offer hospitality to all that come across my threshold in the name of the season. Snow prayer for Yule. Depending on where you live, you may be seeing snowfall long before Yule arrives. Take a moment to appreciate its beauty and its magic. I'm back. Let me know if you see and hear me. You see and hear me, Mr. Lee? All right, y'all say I'm back. I don't know, lost signal or something. Where was I at? You were sleeping, Mr. Lee. What? Gary says, Mr. Lee, hi there, dude. Not even that cold out. Which part of that? How far was I along in what I was reading? Find cookies. Mr. Lee don't need no cookies. Icon says, way to go, Mr. Lee. You scared him into a myocardial infarction. It's all your fault. Icon gave up on me quick there. Rest in peace, Achaeos. Raptor says, I still think he has too many windows on when he's on the show and it's slowing down the computer, but who knows? Well, I came back. I don't know what happened. I just lost signal, I guess. Vault Big Toe says, is he doing a line? No, I would never do something like that. You want your money back? Might appear. Yeah. Whenever, yeah. I mean, hang out a minute or two and give me a chance to get back on. I didn't realize I'd lost signal because, like I'm not looking at StreamYard some of the time. I'm looking at whatever, a different tab. So I didn't realize the moment I lost signal. Raptor says I refreshed 4 times. He's still not back on. I think he's done. No, not done. Not done. Chat's still going, so there's still a chance. Yeah. Because it's still functioning, I guess. It's just, for whatever reason, it lost signal. Need to reboot the system. Here, Florida is due for some weather, says Walt Big T. Yep, I'm back. I'm back. Angel says VPT, yeah, it is headed our way. What kind of weather? I wish I was in Florida. Somebody import me to Florida. It's gonna get too damn cold here as we're getting into winter. Winter's just getting started up in this bitch. So it'll get colder. Sleeping Beauty says, I was just about to start throwing eggs at the screen and demanding a refund. Mr. Lee says, I watched you watched the Mew Indiana Jones movie. Rubbish, switched off 1/3 of the way through. Very disappointing. Yeah. Are you talking about the one with Phoebe Waller? What's her name? Anytime I see, look, all you Hollywood fucks, if I see a hyphenated last name, you're some kind of feminazi crazy, okay? You're some kind of nut job. I see a hyphenated last name on a woman. There's a personality malfunction there. Raptor says that Mr. Lee heard the same thing from other people in my area. It wasn't all that great. Yeah. what? It's Indiana Jones. You saw Indiana Jones in the Dial of Destiny, Mr. Lee. They bring up an image on it, I guess. I'm not ever gonna watch it probably unless I can watch it for free. I'm certainly not gonna pay for it. It's just but I've seen a lot of clips. I've seen the reviews. You know, they're so it doesn't look good at all. And there was something that somebody was talking about this Nazi in the movie who got like knocked off a train or something and should be dead, but he's somehow alive and no scarring or anything. And of course, they portrayed Indiana Jones as you know, a tired old man and blah 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 and so on and so forth. And I don't know if they mean to that. Now I did see Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and I definitely want my money back on that one. But trying to bring up an image anyway. Boom. There we go. So I don't know, Mr. Lee, if you have any thoughts on it beyond you don't like it and it's rubbish. But so I guess this is like his goddaughter. So in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, for people who didn't watch it, they introduce this son of Indiana Jones, who was played by what's that guy's name? He played in the first Transformer movies, the main character. I'm not remembering his name right now, but he's introduced as his son, who he never knew. He's meeting his son for the first time because the kid's mother, who is Marion, is that what she's called? She's played by Karen Allen. Anyway, she kept it a secret. She got pregnant and kept it a secret from Indiana Jones, and raised up this son who goes by Mutt. And who was he played by? I can't remember that jackass's name. He's kind of a nut job, you know, another Hollywood nut job. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, so so we're getting introduced to his son, and then we get this next movie, and you know they don't have a plan, right? These guys, like, they don't plan out their stuff anymore. They just kind of just all willy nilly. Why introduce his son in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull if he's just going to be dead by the time he gets to the next movie? Spoiler alert, but this is probably a piece of crap anyway. It's probably a piece of crap movie anyway. So Indiana Jones' son is dead by the time of this movie happening. Died in a war or whatever. So why did we even bother? So it's complete. Why even bother introducing us to a long lost son in the last movie? They don't tie shit together anymore. It's just like the Star Wars movies. The second it was a trilogy, and it should be all tied together and work, and it just didn't. They had different directors between from the first movie to the second movie, and the second director. It's like he just shut down every story arc that was coming out of the first movie that should be carried through, developed, but not completed. And it's like he just shut down all the story arcs. It's like he doesn't understand what a freaking how trilogies are supposed to work. That was Ryan Roundhead Johnson. Everyone's calling him Roundhead because he's got a round ass head, and he's a dipshit. He's a complete moron. And so and of course, Harrison Ford here plays Han Solo in the Star Wars movies. But one thing that they can never be free on those, that is one thing that cannot be ever forgiven. Never ever ever forgive, because they did not have a scene, at least just one scene, where Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia were all together. They missed that opportunity because she died. The actress died, and so they will never have that chance again. They had the chance to make that happen, and they squandered it because they want to do their stupid shit, their crap writing, their crap directing, and sticking all their identity politics bullshit in the movies. So it looks like there's going to be some of that here, or it's just I can't see myself watching this movie. BBT says, I hope it stays east of us. Story is rubbish. Thought I read somewhere that El Nino was starting to peter out. Haven't had a chance to check the map yet, says Icon. Angel says maybe a couple inches of rain and wind. Mr. Lee says watch for free at Sister's house. It's over 2.5 hours long. Yeah, they're doing a lot of movies long anymore. Just long. Which is another, because again, you're dealing with they just can't write anymore. They can't write, and you got to be able to tell the complete story in a reasonable amount of time. And so they end up having these long ass movies because certain elements of the stories don't make any sense to start with. So they're never going to get it to work, no matter how long it is. But they try like hell, and they end up with this 3 hours of crap. Is all they end up with. So Hollywood, hey, I'll write some shit. I got some stuff. Y'all screwed up this too badly, though. I don't know if the only way I could figure to fix Indiana Jones. I mean, I have some ideas, but I don't want to give my ideas to other people, so I can't say. And then Star Wars, man. Oh man, you guys have, like I've said on here, like I got stuff on basically, starting because right after Return of the Jedi, like pretty soon after Return of the Jedi, stuff that starts there. And then I got all kinds of ideas where Star Wars ties in with other properties, other movies and stuff that have never been tied to Star Wars before. I can tie them in. But and write some pretty cool stuff if I ever were to develop it. out further than what it is. It's basically just kind of a treatment level almost. Treatment's like where I don't know if y'all know, it's where you don't, it's just a basic, just idea of what it is written down. It's not a fully fleshed out script, so it could be, well, in some cases, it could be just a page in some cases, but dozens of pages. It depends on just how complicated things are and how much you want to try and put down in the original to give, to give them an idea of what your vision is, for the movie or TV show or whatever it is. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff that could happen with Star Wars, but not with these last movies you've done, the sequel trilogy, Solo, Rogue One doesn't really hurt anything, I don't think. I don't know why you guys made that movie. It didn't need to be made. No one wondered, oh wow, I wonder what happened when these because they say so, like many boffins or whatever it was, I can't remember what they were called, died trying to get this information to us or what. No one no one needed any more explanation about what happened. Okay, some spies died trying to get some secret information to you. Great. That's all the information we needed. We didn't need a whole damn movie to explain what happened. We really didn't. There wasn't anything that fantastic that pertained to the bigger Star Wars story that really mattered. It was nothing. There was just no reason to do it. It was an okay movie, but it wasn't a great movie. It had nothing to contribute really to Star Wars. I mean, we didn't even have any real Jedi action up in there. I mean, it just, I don't know why you guys did that. Shia kaboom. Shea butter. Shia LaBeouf. LaBeouf is a shaboom, yada, da, 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 da. Shia LaBeouf. Whatever his name is, he's dumbass. Sleeping Beauty says the AI probably wrote it. Yeah, probably so. Like even forgetting the crossovers, like the crossover stuff that I'd like to do involving Star Wars, I think would be really freaking cool. But of course, it'd never happen, right? It's never going to happen. R2D2 story. The R2D2, I don't want to give people my ideas. The R2D2 stuff is goddamn awesome. Now, some people might not like certain aspects of it. I don't know. But I think it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to see it on screen. My R2D2 stuff. The R2D2 storyline. Oops. Well, VBT says, have you ever sent in an arc for this? I'm not sure. Mads Mikkelsen plays the German fella. Yeah, I don't know his name, but you know what I'm talking about. There's a German fella who we all thought died in one of the older movies. Somehow he's still alive or some shit. She's a poof. Yeah. Mr. Lee says, don't waste your money, peeps. 3 hours of fillers, says Sleeping Beauty. VPT says, Mr. Lee, I miss all that good UK TV. all the old reruns are on over Christmas. PBS, bring them up. Mr. Lee says the Acolyte, New Jedi Order, the Traitor doesn't look good. Rogue One ruined everything. How do you think? What makes you think Rogue One ruined everything? I'm not sure. I think it was just a whatever movie. Like it was didn't really need it. Oh, here he is. Keep making videos about me, man. I keep getting new people coming over here because you're giving me some exposure. So thank you, Dogman UK. Keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome. Bone says, Dog BS News Channel, what's up? Dogman says, wow, go grift. Sleep Beauty says, hey, Dogman, we're all so excited to have you here. Noob. Yeah, he missed everything. Yeah, you missed everything, Dogman. R2D2, there you are. R2D2. I have an awesome story that needs to be on the silver screen, and R2D2 plays a really big role in things. It's so goddamn awesome. People aren't prepared for this shit. But some R2D2 doesn't get enough screen time, man. You got to have a trash can robot on screen at least half the movie. Forget BB-8, the little ball robot rolling around. Forget BB-8. You need some R2D2. Uncle Bone says, tell him, Mr. Lee. Crap noob. I watched the first one and saw it was just nothing but a string of insults. So it was a waste of time for me to watch any other one. I don't know how many even made, but I just can't see myself watching bunch of trolling. No. I don't have enough time to really. I needed time to get something fleshed out a little bit more. Like really, I'd need to have a script written, but because I'm not known. Like if you're known, you got a history in Hollywood and stuff, you can get away with treatments and stuff like that. But or even just pitching the story. I mean, there's been cases where they didn't even write anything down. They just said, "Hey," but it was because they had a name. They already had a name built up. They were known and had done some stuff. So I'd probably have to write a complete script, and that's a lot of time for something that's probably not going to happen. Old news. Well, whatever, dude. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, you must make that movie. Yeah, well, like personally, if I had control of Star Wars, we're getting rid of episode 7, 8, and 9, all like that. We're saying, look, that didn't happen. That's a bunch of dumb shit. That's from the dark times. When Disney was taken over by a bunch of morons and douchebags. I guess the prequel trilogy can stay. It's kind of goofy and has some problems, but it can stay. So we got episode 1 through 6. So then we go into a new episode 7, except this one happens very soon after Return of the Jedi. The Jedi Order has been restored. I mean, there's they're mostly, I mean, most of them died, of course, but there were still a few left in the universe. And of course, Luke's a new one, and they're starting to do Jedi shit. And of course, R2D2 is always with Luke, and things happen. Things happen. So it'd be cool, but Disney owns Star Wars, man. There's no way. There's no way. It's dead. The whole damn thing is dead. They've killed it so bad, it ain't coming back. Send your ideas in, Lock. You never know. Maybe one of these days. I just need a lot of time to flesh some stuff out, man. Script, go get your own evidence. Stop talking crap about others, noob. You don't know how to spell evidence. Learn to spell. And there ain't no dogmen. There ain't no dogmen, that they don't exist. I don't care if you do what you do what you want to do. Have you done with attacking LIB Mike? Noob. LIB Mike is a liar and a thief. That is still true. No one has proven otherwise. That live stream is from last year, so I don't know why people get uppity. Dude, I'm just re-uploading all my old live streams that aren't on the channel. I'm re-uploading them so that they're all here. And so I don't know why you're getting uppity now. Where were you last year? But at any rate, LIB is still, that evidence showed that he was a liar and a thief. So, and no one who has flipped their script and changed their mind about LIB, about saying anything about LIB, no one has been able to give me a good reason to say anything different. Actually, there's been because of you guys out there losing your shit about this, I've ended up talking about LIB more. Like, why am I talking about LIB right now? Because you brought it up. I probably wouldn't have mentioned LIB at all tonight if it weren't for the fact that you brought it up. So, okay, you want to bring it up? We'll talk about LIB for a minute or two, about how he stole other people's screenshots out of other people's videos and then claimed they were his photos. It's a liar and a thief. You pressed the wrong button. Pooh. Raptor says, Lockbeard, every time I turn around, the one LIB video keeps coming up. Are you downloading it all the time now? I've been having some problems with that and tried to fix the issues. And I actually had a problem. There's a bunch of videos that had the same problem. What it is somehow during the syncing process where the videos were taken from the old YouTube channel and transferred over to the Rumble channel, somehow it cut off the front end of the live stream. So we were missing the first part of the live stream. But we were getting what ended up landing over at Rumble was exactly 2 hours of the live stream, but it's the last 2 hours. The front end of the live stream was cut off, and this happened to like a dozen different ones. So I had to figure out a way to fix that because I had uploaded it and I didn't realize that there was something wrong with it. And then I tried to clip out from the old channel the front portion and add it on to to the live stream that was cut down to 2 hours, and so add back on the front end. But there was problems with background noise. The sound was different, and the file size was enormous. So I ended up taking it back down again because I put it up, took it down, put it up, took it down. Anyway, I've been back and forth with it, but I was finally able to get a reasonable file size and the entire live stream by going over to my old BitChute channel and getting it over there, because it got transferred over there, uploaded over there in its entirety, that one and all the other ones. So I've gotten them all, downloaded them all off of there, and am re-uploading them. So we're back on task of getting all the old live streams re-uploaded on this channel, and there'll be one, they'll go public one a day for up until March. It'll take up until March, I think, for them all to be uploaded. Part of it's because they're not all uploaded into YouTube yet. A bunch of them are, but if I do it, if I had, it's just better to just make one public every day. So every day at 9 a.m. Central Time, one of them will go public, and so that's what's going on. I put it up, I took it down, I put it up, I took it down, because it wasn't, there's problems. But I got the problems worked out. That should be the last time it's been re-uploaded, and then we're back on task of getting everything uploaded. CB says, "Oh, thank goodness for boring channels. Oh my God, I was about to type learn to spell." Raptor says, "This has been going on for over a week with my update." Yeah, it shouldn't happen anymore. There will be more live streams uploading. That one is fixed now, so it's good. End up deleting it. Boring. Okay. Bah humbug. Raptor says, "The UK guy, what the hell?" Oh, Raptor, he's a troll. He's a 100% a troll. Sleeping Beauty says he must be a noob. Hey, spell check, noob. Yeah, he does need to work on spell check. VBT says, "Dogman UK, it's funny you leave shows when I come into the chat with Vault of BS." UK says, "Oh, spell." What's she say? "Oh, spell this, kiss my Scottish arse." Oh yeah, shit talkers. Look, I think you're just mad that I'm not coming over to your channel. I visited there once in your chat to see if I could provoke you, and when I said something about Scottish, you were definitely provoked. And I actually don't have a problem with Scottish people. I love Scottish people. I used to watch the Highlander religiously. You're all Highlanders over there, right? Are you related to Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod? Do you wear a kilt? Kilts are cool, man. Kilts are cool. You guys, I don't know. Probably you people in Scotland probably hated Highlander. For all I know, I don't know. But anyway, you were easily provoked, and I mean, apparently you got some kind of hair up your ass because you're making all these videos of attacking people. You talk about other people, like you're bitching about me and others talking about people, but then you're turning around and doing the same thing about us. So we're the same, except that we provide evidence and keep things reasonably civil. We're not looking to just go out and just cuss about people and giving a string of insults with no evidence whatsoever, like you do, Dogman UK. Mr. Lee says, Dogman UK, sorry if I hurt your feelings. My middle finger slipped. Well, you know, Mr. Lee, you're English, he's Scottish. Sort it out, right? Sort it out. I'm sure you guys know what to do. Do you know who he is or she? Raptor says, wait a minute. The UK guy is on here and Mr. Lee is on here. Are you the same one speeding up the voice? What? No, Mr. Lee is not the UK guy. If anybody's inbred, it's Scottish. Y'all are isolated up there. People in America are all mixed up. We have all different races and different groups. We got a few Scottish up in here, but we got, you know, Irish, English. Like I said, my ancestries. I got French and Swedish and English and Irish and different tribes of Native American. Americans don't really have truly there's hardly any true inbreeding going on here. Whereas Scotland, the entire fucking country is inbred. False Big Toast is dog man. Everybody knows who I am, goof. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, think about that. Sheep shagger. He would like to be me, but I am certified genius. BBT says, Dogman UK, was that you who came on Susie's show with nudity? Oh, did he? Did he seriously? I told you he would do something. I told you that's what he was trying to do. Nobody put him on your screen. He's trying to get your channel shut down by putting. Man, see, I told you. See, I'm on to you, Dogman UK. You're trying to pull some bullshit. Got real proof. You ain't got no proof of anything. You ain't showed anything. I showed a bunch of shit on my live stream about LAB. You haven't shown anything. I don't even know what you're trying to prove. What exactly are you trying to prove? You can't even articulate it, I bet. Raptor says, come on, I need to know the truth. Don't pull my leg. I know you guys are good at the computer. Keep it real to me. I'm blocked from everybody. So what's up? And me blocked anyone? I don't know. Yeah, Raptor Mr. Lee is English. This UK person claims to be Scottish, but he uses a voice changer on his videos, so he may not be Scottish at all. He's probably Dark Waters, who should be called Dark Sewage, really, but because he's just nothing but sewage. Dogman UK says, Mr. Lee, you're nothing. I'm in England. Want to see. You're not breaking me at all. I'm not letting you on my screen because, as apparently Mr. Lee is saying, you put nudity on somebody's screen already, which I tried to warn people about. Everybody remember, go back to the old live stream. You saw me say it several times. This guy is trying to get your channel shut down by putting nudity on your screen. So do not let him on your screen. You couldn't debate anyway. All you can do is insult. So go ahead and show me their way. Vault Spictosa, someone did Lockbeard, came in with a female name. That's crazy. That should be something that you could sue for. Because your channel is a business, even if some of us aren't making hardly anything, very, very, very little. So if they fuck up your channel because of doing something like that, they've damaged your business. So there should be legal recourse in that case. If you know, you know. I ain't letting you up. Screw you, dude. You might as well go back to your channel and do your stuff, man. Make another video about me, please. Dogman UK says, me? Why would I do that? Come on. Dude, because you're unhinged. You're absolutely unhinged. You just make a big string of just venomous cussing and insults, and that's all you do. So I don't know what your deal is, but you're not getting on my screen. Never. I don't typically bring people on anyway, so why would I bring you on? Somebody that I do not like. So UK says, okay, talk to me. I ain't no dirty waters guy. Okay, I'm me. I don't know who you are. You hide your face. You use a voice changer. So you won't give your name or anything. So we don't know who you are, where you are, what you actually sound like, really. VPT says, I screen record at Lockbeard. I'll send it to you in email so you can look. It looks like someone we know. Tom Cruise says, Dogman UK, I will sue you. Yeah, don't mess with Tom Cruise. Don't mess with Tom Cruise. UK says, hurry, I'm in UK. You can, idiot. I ain't debating you. Mr. Lee says, Tom Cruise, for once I agree with you. Gary says, is this where drama meets dram kind of saying? Yeah, I don't know. Happy solstice, everyone. Winter solstice, summer solstice, whichever it is for you. Some people are in Australia and stuff, so it's summer solstice for you guys. Happy Yule. Merry Christmas. Yes, an atheist just said Merry Christmas. It's not that big a deal. So any atheists out there, don't let your heads explode. It's okay. You can say Merry Christmas. You can say Happy Holidays. All the things. It's all right. Dogman UK says, oh, I'm meant to be scared. Yes, of you inbreeds. I am mummy. Whatever that means. Say my name. I don't know. BBT says, you can absolutely start a lawsuit. Come on, UK, put up videos of me. Brandy will tell you. Drammer, yeah. Mr. Lee says, what day is Christmas Day? And will you be live, Lockbeard? Christmas Day, I think, is Monday. So what's today? Saturday's 16th. So my birthday, I'll be live Saturday night like normal, which is my birthday, the 23rd. So that it makes Christmas is Monday, a week from this Monday. So I'll be live on my birthday, not Christmas. UK says, okay, do it, but I see because you caused trouble first. Volta BS, you're fair game. Dogman UK says, do it, sue me. Haha. Well, it's not gonna, I mean, you're not getting on my screen, so, that situation isn't even going to happen. And I've advised as many people as I can not to let you on their screen because you are a risk. Voltspicto says, how did I start? UK, you came into my comments spouting off. UK says, so does that mean the money we all pulled together for you lot to sue you? Whoops. I don't know what you're talking about there. Bite my shit, debate me noob. You like to use that word noob. You know that noob is so 30 years ago. You must be pretty old. UK says, I can go on loads of people's channel. I go on loads of people's channels. Well, go on their channels. You're not getting on mine. You're not getting on mine. I mean, I'll let you spout off and chat, but just to a certain extent. Try not to troll too hard. I'd hate to have to block you because you're flooding the chat. But Danny says, well, fucking Merry Christmas. No, nothing you do. Let me on debate. You ain't got no debate. You ain't shown nothing in your videos that indicates that you could debate anything properly. You would just be, you know, just spouting insults and cussing. So there would be no debate. VPT says, UK, you know nothing, goof. Gary says, my gosh, Locky, push that button. Yeah. Well, it's not that big a deal, Gary. I mean, anyone out there, like, here's the thing, with the internet, man, is you can always block him or when you see him scrolling up in the chat, just don't read what he writes. When you see Dogman UK, just skip over it. Yeah. That's what's so funny about people on the internet. Like, oh my gosh, this person said something I don't like. Well, stop reading what the person says. If you don't like what they say on their channel, don't go to their channel. Don't watch. If you don't like what they say in chat, you see his name, just skip over it. I'm just showing people just what this guy really is. I mean, he's a child. I mean, he acts like he's just a complete child. See, blah, 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 whatever it is. Poor sheep vault needs new wellies. You're not even speaking proper English half the time. VBT says, okay, keyboard queen, Dogman UK. You keep saying debate over and over again. You're getting close to flooding the chat, though. You might want to, maybe instead of, you look at this. You got 6 or 5 messages in a row here. You could have put this all into one chat, right? You could have put this all into one chat. But you just keep on keeping on. Danny says, I try to mess with people. Good guy, really shit talkers. Dude, you're the shit talker supreme over there. That's all you do on your channel is talk shit. So look in the mirror, man. Look in the mirror. Okay, my love, cockbeard. What? Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Half of it's not even anything that could be understood. Sleeping Beauty says, like Michael Jackson. Look at the man in the mirror. UK says, haha, I help others, really. Yeah, I don't see where you're helping others. All you're doing is just over there cussing people and insulting people. And you keep saying you're bored. Well, okay, then leave. I don't care if you're bored. I don't care if you're over on your channel insulting me and cussing. That's fine. It's your channel. You go do you. I don't care. What you think about me, Mr. UK Dogman dude, it doesn't matter because you don't matter. So, you know, I'm trying to teach you and raise you upright. You apparently are a child and you need raising. So since you're here, you obviously crave um, some some uh, some masculine leadership. I don't know if you just never grew up or why you're acting like a child. Um, who's never been spanked. You never been spanked, probably. Um, but I'll try to raise you up right if you're going to hang around here. Whatever, dude. Yeah, he just causes drama. Danny says, Dogman Beard wants to thank you for all the comments. They really help us channel analytics. Oh my God, D, that how you're helping. Yeah, you put a bunch of comments on there. That works. That's good. BBT says, take a break, Dogman. He took a little break there. He probably pissed off. Dogman UK says, look, let's be friends. Really be a good person. I go away. I haven't not been a good person, I don't think. Exposing people who are liars and frauds in the Bigfoot, encrypted, and paranormal space and YouTube and online in general, or just in real life. That's something I try to do some of the time because those people keep us from finding answers. They cloud up the water. There are people that are clouding up the water, and LAB is one of those. He definitely has stolen and lied. So that's good to be exposed. Spank you. Oh boy. Roger says, I have a question. You have the Dogman UK on your channel right now. He's been talking crap about you, but yet you don't block him or kick him off. Yeah, he hasn't crossed the line yet as far as disrupting my chat. 5 minutes and expose bad people too, he says. Gary says, like this movie getting kind of harsh, but hey, it's okay. Sleeping Beauty says, you guys would probably be good friends if you just chill out. Spank you. Danny says, I'm me, I'm myself. I'm not changing for anybody. If you like me, cool. And if you don't, fuck you. Mr. Lee says, Sleeping Beauty, I don't think that's going to happen. No, that's not going to happen. He's come at me too sideways. Straight out fucking Scotland. Damn. Makes me think maybe I don't want to visit Scotland if everybody in Scotland acts like this guy. I'll just hang a left and go to Ireland instead. Turncoat on who? Like, why? Did you pledge an oath to somebody as a king or something, or like a nation? Like, why are you supporting this LIB guy who very clearly lied and stole? The evidence showed that. So why do you support a liar and a thief? Are you like part of a thieves guild? You know, you're like Robin Hood and his merry men. Gets you hot saying Scotland. The how's he helping others when he's stealing people's uh evidence and their clips out of their video, screenshots off their videos, and then claiming it's his? So whatever, dude. He did it. He needs to stop lying about it and admit every single case that he did, which is probably hundreds at this point. He deleted 6 months of shit. So must have been a lot of stuff he stole. BBT, press the button. Danny says, nothing personal, but I ain't going to no fucking islands. Yeah, Scotland is just an island. VBT says, every time they get caught, they say it's an error they made with data collection. Why can't they fess up? It would be more acceptable. Yeah. Just say, look, I lied. I'm stepping out. I'm not in the Bigfoot space anymore. Because once you do it, you can't be, we can't ever trust you again, right? Once they've stolen. But yeah, that's exactly what happens. They say, oh, I mixed up files. I had other people's stuff. Why do you got other people's evidence then? I mean, unless you're doing something like what I'm doing, where, so when someone sends me something or I got something, I always am very careful to name the file so that I know what it is, what exactly it is. Name it appropriately, put it, incorporate. One thing to think about doing is try like incorporating dates, the date into the file too, just in case something gets crosswalk. Because like I have pictures, where the computer doesn't know exactly like when that picture was taken. So I name the file sometimes with the date in the file, and to help prevent that kind of problem. And whose it is and stuff like that, what it is, the best I can. I mean, it's got to be pretty well abbreviated so that it's short. It can't have too long of a name, but I try to make sure I got all the information that is important about the picture or video in the title of the file. I just got a bunch of vague shit in there. Made a mistake? No, he's made a lot of mistakes. And the shit he says is bullshit anyway. He's got Bigfoot talking to him in his head. That's bullshit. Gary says glad Argo isn't part of this. Just saying. Mr. Lee says also, Dogman, you've been talking about Cowboy. That got my back up. Yeah, why are you talking Cowboy? Dogman UK says, okay, Mr. Lee English, what you gonna do? You started saying crap about me. Well, there's a lot of crap to be said. BBT says, Mr. Lee, he's been talking about Joe Pass. That's it. You're getting your own channel, UK. Yeah, where did he say some shit about Joe Pass? Whatever, I do what I want, Dogman UK says. Oh man. It says, yes, it is. I recorded what y'all said, you and Cowboy, about me. Okay, whatever. Danny says, this chat is like my family's Christmas dinner in the 80s, fighting, insults, piss, and vinegar. Wow, just like home. So I guess he's going to love it. Dogman UK is going to love it, Donald. Sleeping Beauty says, Locke believes in free speech, so he doesn't block. Your lucky day. Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's probably some kind of limit if he floods the chat too much with his bullshit. What's wrong? I got proof on that. Prove it then. Prove. Well, I don't know what you're trying to prove. Trying to prove that he didn't steal a bunch of pictures. I mean, seriously. Pass the gravy, says Uncle Bones. VBT says you did a good job using my content. UK. You can't even screen record like a pro. You do it noob style. Mr. Lee says, I choose to ignore you now, Dogman UK. Gary says, Lockie, name all the cryptids out there that you know of. Well, technically, we do not know for a fact that any of these cryptids are out there. So, but I think there's a reasonably good possibility that Bigfoot is really out there. And it's not like a fallen angel or whatever you believe it is. If it's out there, it's just a big, hairy race of people. Humans. They're human. Like, they're very clearly, morphologically speaking, human. So it's very unlikely that they're a separate species. I think they're just a big, hairy race of people. So, crap, I got my tech screenshots. Okay, whatever, dude. Jerry Springer need popcorn. Yeah. Who are you all? No one. Well, everybody's somebody, even you. Danny's putting a link there. Mr. Lee proved Bigfoot in England. Did you forget? Yeah. Yeah. Cryptids out there. We don't know for a fact that 100% fact that anything's out there, really. You got to kind of have real evidence. Uncle Bones got the popcorn out. Bigfoot's there. Big hairy tribe. Yeah, that's what I think. Looking at the combination of traits that they have and behavior too. You know, hooded nose, upright body plan, foot's shaped just like a human, intelligent enough to steer clear of us pretty damn well. They got to be pretty damn smart. Speaks to, high intelligence level. So all these things existing in one creature adds up to Homo sapiens, human. That they're just a big hairy tribe. Yeah, you know. Um, 8 foot tall would not be unreasonable. There's, you know, for them to get to, that's just in their genetic line. They're built for it. Um, Humans have a wide variety of shapes and sizes that they can be. And depending on what your genetic lineage is what you're able to handle. Um, so we're not talking about anomalous people like Andre the Giant. We're talking about some people are tall people, and some people are short people, and these people might be just a little bit taller. Another foot or two is really not that much. It would seem like a lot. If you encountered one of these people, you'd be like, holy shit, it's a big mofo. If you say so. Because you sit on your seats, you will never know if they're real or not. Dude, I probably spent way more time in the woods than you will in your whole life. And so, yeah, nice try there. Raptor says, wait a minute, the Dogman UK, you did a video talking about Rockbeard. You did a video talking about Nikki. You did a video talking about Brent. And then you were talking about Judy Wheeler, probably. So what's up with that? He's just bitching about everybody. That's all he does. Fist says indigenous peoples agree. Yeah. So when people ask, why would the government hide this? It doesn't make any sense. I'm like, it makes sense if they're using them for scientific experimentation, and if it gets exposed that they are doing that to these people who are human, then it's human rights abuses, and it's a horrendous crime. So it's easier for them to keep it secret. It's better for them to keep them secret. And since they're highly reclusive on their own, it makes the government's job a lot easier to keep it under wraps that there's this big hairy race of people out there in the woods and that they can use for whatever they want. But yeah, I think that's part of the reason why the government don't want them known, because they can do what if they want to do. If they look, the reality is some science, in order for it to be useful, it would need to be the experimentation would need to be done on humans, not an animal, because it wouldn't be the same. Even with chimpanzees, it may not be close enough for certain areas, for certain types of study. And so you would need human subjects. Problem with that is it's extremely unethical. You can't do certain types of experimentation on humans. And so if you got a race of people out there that nobody believes is really there, you could go out there and snatch them and use them to do all your experimenting on and get away with it. And who knows what kind of horrendous, torturous deaths they've caused amongst Sasquatch people at this point. This is part of the reason why I think we need to find the evidence, prove they're out there, so that we could end that kind of thing if it's happening. And I just don't put it past the government to do that. They've experimented on black people and everybody else. They don't care. They're evil. So, snore him. Uncle Bone says Dogman UK, the 1987, I seen a 9-foot Bigfoot. Yeah. 9-foot Bigfoot. Volkswick says, I think I'll start a channel named Toe Like Nuclear Warhead. Danny says, don't forget Bigfoot is a Jedi. He can mind speak, make you not see the droids, farther orbs, and shit portals. Rapper says, UK, I'm not crying. I was asking what the hell you were talking about. Talk crap. Learn to type, dude. Inquiring minds, you mean? How much paranormal have you witnessed? I cannot say for certain that I've experienced anything paranormal. Maybe, but yeah, just can't say for sure. Oh, he might have run away. No, there he is. Let's talk all about others. It's okay, right? Well, that's all you do on your channel, so if you're going to criticize everybody, you might not want to criticize them for the same thing that you're doing, which is criticizing everybody. Is criticizing others okay or not okay? Danny says Nikki is good people. She's straight with everyone. Need to leave her alone. Sleeping Beauty says, damn, I don't understand the Scottish language. That guy just can't make coherent sentences at all. Danny says Brent's kind of a dick sometimes, just saying. UK says, okay, find evidence, get proof, then we can talk. I'm being serious now. Proof of what? Proof of what? I showed proof that LIB was a liar and a thief, so I don't know what else you want. The proof was in the live stream. Rapper says Nikki and Jeff are bullcrappers. UK says, Danny, shut up. I ain't said nothing about Nikki. That's a lie. I heard you twice call her Miss Piggy. So don't fucking lie. Don't lie. You called her Miss Piggy. I heard you myself say it twice. You probably said it more, but I stopped listening because it was just crap, garbage, vile, cussing, and insults is all you do. It's nothing. Yeah. Volta BS says, yeah, UK Nikki did nothing negative to Judy. If Judy said that, it's false. I'll take crap simple. Danny says, bullshit, dog man. You saw the video, man. Rapper says, I want to know what episode and what channel was that Judy said all this stuff. Oh, come on, guys. Post it on here so I can watch it. All I have is YouTube from my lawyer. You guys are the experts, please. Yeah, you ain't helping anybody by just cussing people and insulting them, UK. Danny says, I support all. I don't get involved in drama. Dogman UK says, Danny, behave, old man. Oh, look at that. You're going to get old one day yourself if you're not already there, Dogman UK. So you might want to not insult people for being old because your day will come. So respect your goddamn elders. Sleep Beauty says he doesn't put commas. Yeah. Mr. Lee says Lockbeard. Yes, I heard that too. Yeah. So don't let him bullshit you. Don't let him bullshit you. He's full of shit. Dogman UK says it's okay for y'all to talk crap. We criticize people when they appear to be lying or they've stolen evidence from someone else or they're hoaxing or something like that. We do not just belch out a bunch of insults and cussing for no good reason, which is what you do. So it's a difference. There's a difference there. Volta BS says, does this guy realize the level of shit talk he no. It's funny. He's mad at everybody else shit talking, so he shit talks everyone only without any evidence of some of the claims he's making, and all he does is just insult and cuss. So Danny says, Nikki, don't talk crap. She doesn't deserve it. Dogman UK says, I've seen it all. Bullies pick on people. It's wrong. You can't bully people on YouTube, Dogman. So don't be a snowflake, little far leftist, cancel culture, nut job, little snowflake, freaking safe space, little bitch. Okay, don't. I know it was a long string of just. Yeah, I'm insulting you now because you deserve it. Don't be a little bitch. Go find your safe space. Shut the fuck up. I don't know. You can't be a bully on YouTube. See, when I'm saying something on my channel, you don't have to come to my channel and watch. I'm not going to your house. I'm not going to LAB's house and bullying him. I'm not messing with him. He's got me blocked anyway, so I don't even know what the hell you think you're doing. Like, so, and that's fine. He can do that if he wants. If he wants to be a pansy ass little bitch, I'll call him a little pansy ass little bitch for blocking people on the internet because he can't handle words or being called out for what he did. He lied and he stole. We showed the evidence for that. He lied and he stole. So, so bullying is not something you can do on YouTube. You can't bully because a person can just not go to my channel. Don't watch my videos. Go to whatever corner of the internet you want to be on and be there. Don't come to my channel. So yeah, so we're not bullying anybody because we're not going and finding those people in person and messing with them. Hell, we're not even going to their channels, you know? So it's not bullying. It can't be bullying. So nice try with your bullshit. Gary Johnson says the open mind will or could let one know the true meaning of life. Kind of sucks when one sees the wrong stuff. Mr. Lee says, Volta BS. I don't think he does. Raptor says, I just want to know what show it was on about Judy saying stuff. She's pretty good. Donald Tucker for stuff. Everybody says stuff on channels. What? Dogman UK says, oh, Nikki ain't my sights. And yet you're still calling her names though there. Danny says, it's easy to call names from across the pond. Face to face, it would probably go a different way. LOL. Well, I don't know what you're talking about where there's no proof. I showed the proof of LIB stealing and lying. So I don't know what more you want from me. Got your name yet, UK? Raptor says, UK, you called for a big fat hog and everyone else just saying. Yeah. Sit down, behave. Slim Beauty says, LL, yeah, Dogman would piss his pants. Yeah, probably so. Dogman UK says, bully, vile people you are. Nobody's bullying. You can't bully people on YouTube. Just don't go to my channel if you don't like what I say. If you come here, you get what you deserve. You get what you came for. I mean, you don't understand what the word bully means, apparently, because it doesn't mean what you think it means. Mr. Lee says, I hope everyone that's watching this realizes that you're the bully here, Dogman UK. Yeah, I mean, you're coming to my chat and flooding it with a bunch of crap and calling people names and lying about people. And I mean, you're closer to bullying than anything that I've done for sure. And I'm not even going to call it bullying. You're just a troll in the chat. So keep talking. Lockbeard smash. Maybe. I'm sure he'll stay hiding in whatever inbred hills of Scotland he's at. Voltbia says Raptor Donald Tucker. Oh boy. Goes around, comes around. Okay, whatever, dude. Stephen Biddy says, but you can overdo it, buddy. All this chat attacked me. Is that not bullying? You came here. So I went to your chat once, but that's because you're over there making videos. So apparently you want to spar a little bit, but I'm not going over there anymore. I just went there the one time, kind of evaluate your ass. But and you blocked me, your people did, because you're pussies. So why would I want to go to your chat where you're gonna block me because you're pussies? Big raging vaginas. So anyway, you can't be bullied from text on a screen. Just don't read it. If you're in chat, like, I could just stop reading your shit. I don't have to read it. Pussy ass bitch. Miss Volta VS says, UK, my main channel has a short Lockbeard did for me. Not even in the cryptid subject, tear me up. Raptor says, at Vault, Donald Tucker, is that the show? His last name. Danny says, don't attack nobody. I point out facts and truth. Oh, man. Raptor says, at Vault, I'm just asking you what you posted earlier in the chat. Come on, dude. I don't think Raptor is catching on to what he said. Same Beauty Dog Man, okay, overdid it. Yes. Oops. Gary says, kind of tired of old people sort of thing going on. Good night, everyone. Good night, Gary. Volta BS says Raptor UK has been saying Brent has been chasing Judy around in the chats, harassing her. I have no idea where and if this crap was true. Exactly. Mr. Lee says, "Good night, Gary fellow. Don't let the Dogman UK put you off. See you later." Yeah, I think he done trolled the hell off. Anyway, looks like he's bailed. Looks like he bailed 4 minutes ago. 4 or 5 minutes ago. Anyway, it's been over 3 hours. I'm tired. Um, so Raptor says, okay, all I've heard is Judy started all this. I just want to know what channel it was so I can catch what happened. That's all I need to know. Yeah, I don't know, Raptor. I know that Judy's trouble. She is trouble, but I doubt she said anything enough to justify Dogman UK making those crazy videos he makes. So Icon says Dogman had an accident. Maybe. For Fist Like Bullet says UK Dogman is a clown. Mr. Lee says, I just got here, Lockbeard. I know, but you were late, man. It's late for me. I'm tired. Plus, I've been eating really bad stuff. So, anyway, my blood sugar's all messed up and everything else. So it's just, it makes me tired too. Makes me real tired. Nobody, fuck him. I know he's a nobody, fuck him. Volta BS says Mr. Lee put him in an extended timeout. It would be several shows before we see him. Well, I hope not. Let him talk. Let him talk. He's just digging his own hole deeper and deeper, you know. Mr. Lee then put the host in timeout for abandoning us. I don't know, Mr. Lee. I don't know what's going on, you know, for sure on Christmas. You know, having it'll be really exhausting. So like extreme anxiety, man. Look, going around people and dealing with it's just it'd be very, very tiring. I really doubt I would be up for doing a live stream after any interaction with people on Christmas, and I'll have to probably. So, so yeah. So I kind of doubt it. I kind of doubt it, Mr. Lee. Sleeping Beauty says, good night, Lockbeard. Good night, chat. Feel better soon. Thank you. 1.8 thousand minutes, says Volta BS. If you pay him, Mr. Lee. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Just like Bull says, take care, Lockbeard. Get some rest. UFC time. Main card is on. All right. Take it easy, Fist. Thanks for coming. Volta BS says, I'm doing nothing. Danny says, yeah, Lee, timing him out here isn't cool, you putts. Did he time him out? Yeah. Verbally tear him apart. We need to get out here, though, anyway. But Icon says, oh, my God, the whining. Mr. Lee says, damn, my finger slipped. Icon says, just yanking your chain. Whose chain? Okay, so thank y'all for hanging out, and I will see you next Saturday, December 23rd. It will be my birthday. No need for any celebratories, nothing, because I don't care about my birthday. So, but thank y'all for hanging out. Danny says, don't use so much lotion, Lee. And y'all have a good night.